Hey everybody, I'm Hillary Atkin from the Atkin Report in Los Angeles. Welcome to this edition of Hillary's Happy Hour. The top 9 artists on The Voice are all vying for a spot in the season 24 finale. I had an opportunity to speak with each of them as they left the stage and waited for America's vote. Take a listen. Hi, Team Niall. How are all of you guys?
Oh no,
Amazing. Nene, let me start off with you. What was it like to perform a James Bond theme song, No Time to Die?
It's incredible how people have gotten to know me as an artist, honestly, because this is a song that fans picked. James Bond I love James Bond theme songs in general, and it's my dream to write one day. And the fact that fans chose Billie Eilish song, first of all, I'm a huge Billie Eilish fan, so it was incredible. It was like I literally felt every single emotion that was put in that song, and I hope that I delivered that to the people too that were watching on their screens. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten a chance to watch it back yet, but I felt so good singing that song. It felt so amazing.
Nene, when you see it, you may not realize this, but they started off in black and white, and then it went into full color. So that was really cool.
I can't wait to see it. I can't.
And Niall said it showed another side of you. He's your biggest fan, but talk to me about the rest of the fan base you've developed.
I mean, when somebody as amazing as Niall Horan tells you that, it's like, I don't even need anything else. Just kidding. I do want to be in a finale. So put me in. but I've honestly gained some of the most incredible fans online. They send me beautiful messages, encouraging. Some of the younger girls tell me how I inspire them and how they want to like write music and never stop and never give up on their dreams. So, like, really honestly, what else do you need in life? And I'm like, sometimes I think to myself, like, what have I done to deserve all this? And I don't know, just like so grateful for everybody.
You also had the opportunity to perform with Mara and Jackie. What was that like?
Mara is, it was so much fun, honestly. I kind of had an idea that I was going to be with Jackie. And I thought it was going to be Huntley for some reason, but they put us, obviously, it was meant to be 3 powerhouse female singers. Mara's an incredible, not just a singer, but like an entertainer and just an artist. Like she's like a full package. So being able to finally share a stage with her was incredible, honestly. And I can say the same thing about Jackie. She's just a baddie. She's a badass. It was just like three badass. I'm sorry. Am I allowed to say ass?
Go for it.
Okay, badass. Sorry. I loved it.
You.
So much fun.
Well, Carson said it was like a super group, and I agree. But Mara, what about you? What was that trio performance like for you?
Oh my God. It was exhilarating. I mean, to share the stage with honestly some of the best voices I've ever heard in my life was incredible. And I think we all really went out there and just had fun and sang our little butts off. So it's super cool. And I'm so thankful that I'll always have that performance to look back on.
And what was it like for you singing Parachute? And what does that song represent to you? I know you talked a little bit about it on stage.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing to perform Parachute. Chris Stapleton is my favorite, and I think my fans really know me very well, which is super cool. But the meaning behind the song for me, it really goes back to my heart and the people that I love and that I care about that I know will always be there for me. And I feel like going out there tonight, I kept in mind that my life was in God's hands and that I mean, he is the greatest parachute I could have, and he's given me, my mother. He's given me my family. He's given me. He's blessed me with this experience. Having Niall as a coach and having his mentorship has been the greatest blessing. So, I mean, I went out there and I performed with a lot of love in my heart, and I hope that showed.
It really showed, and I hope your mom is on the road to recovery, and I'm sure this performance helped her.
Thank you. She is, and I mean, she's the strongest woman that I know, and I every time I'm up there, I can't wait to call her after this, but I just know she's so proud of me, and it makes me want to fight even harder.
Thank you so much, and all the best to you moving forward with America's Vote tonight. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. And
Thank
then
you.
Huntley, you said you're a cross, I love this, between Joe Cocker and Hosier. So how did that play into your performance tonight of Way Down We Go?
I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the first performances that I was so in the moment that I don't really recall how it went. But I can't wait to watch it back because it was just a very special moment to me because I just feel like this whole journey has been a journey of redemption. So the fact that like I'm literally out here singing for my life to make it to the finale, like one more shot to make it to the finale. And, I got to sing that song, a very powerful moment. And the fact that I was like standing on a bunch of broken pieces of pianos and music gear and PAs, all the stuff that I've been carrying for, over a decade into gigs and setting up on my own and just doing this all on my own, to be standing on that mountain of broken gear, it just felt right. And to climb back on top of it and feel like I conquered that moment at the very end, I felt like it was just a genuine moment for me. And I felt like, I know there was an audience in America watching, but I was out there telling the story of my life. That's what it felt like.
It was really moving. And then when you talked about your journey from being on the park bench to the stage of The Voice was incredible as well.
Yeah,
So,
I think that, it's not sometimes fond memories of me to see like, where I began, but I think the hunger in me has always been there to follow this dream, no matter if I had to sleep on a park bench. And I know Nene, she's been in the same position. She knows, like, coming to America and, trying to follow her dream, leaving a whole country. It's like the same thing. You don't care if you're sleeping on a bench or in the subway. It's like, you got to follow this dream, and just like, Mara, her mom's at home and she could be there and she's here. And I think that's, something that just an artist has, is just the drive to fight for this no matter what we have going on, because it's very special to us.
well, I just wanted to ask you also about your trio performance with Lila and Mac and what that was like for you.
That was so special. Me, Mac and Lila, we all became pretty good friends at the hotel. And we never really thought we are going to have the opportunity to sing on the Voice stage together. I mean, I think that it was probably the most out of the left field pairing of trios. And I think that we all got a chance to show like what we bring to the table. And, Mac with his smooth vocals and Lila with her crisp tone. I mean, that it was so beautiful. And I kind of was like a backtracking roar to everything. It just kind of felt like it was a moment that not everybody was expecting. And I think that we did a really good job.
I did too. Can we say another super group, just like Mara, Nene, and Jackie? Maybe we could hope for that.
Yeah, I think that, it was definitely a different vibe, but, this whole time, all of us as a whole, this whole season, no matter if we were 56, 30, 34, or, whatever, there was many people left. We all were just trying to create moments for this season as a whole. And we went out there and we showed that no matter what's thrown at us, if we have 48 hours to learn something, that we go out there and they're trusting us on that stage now. And to get that opportunity to go out and show that we are meant to be out there, I think every one of us has shown that tonight. And I have no idea how America's going to choose, because I wouldn't be able to.
Well, Team Niall is still going strong. I want to thank all of you so much and wish you
Thank
all the
you.
best.
Thank you, Hillary.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
so amazing. Thank
you.
you so much.
Good evening, Team Reba, the first ever Team Reba on The Voice. I am so excited for you all after tonight's incredible performances. So, Jordan, let me start with you. You were the instant save last week. Tonight you did Old Red, and Gwen said she couldn't ever imagine a female doing it until she saw you. So, how are you feeling about your performance and waiting for America's vote overnight?
You know what? I feel absolutely firm and confident and elated with my performance tonight. I feel like it was a personal best. I walked off of that stage feeling like an absolute gladiator tonight. So, no matter what America chooses to do, I feel like if this is where my voice journey ended, I couldn't have left on a better note. But I really feel confident that this performance could move me forward.
I loved your fans with when they put on the sunglasses to introduce you. That was so much fun. And it's been really fun watching you and Reba together. You guys have bonded over so many things. What have you taken away from your experience with her being as your coach?
You know, I've learned I've learned a lot of things from Reba. One of the things that stuck in my mind was her telling me to stay curious, to stay adventurous as an entertainer, not to get complacent, and to constantly find ways to push yourself and to try new things. Me walking down a staircase tonight while singing was a way of me staying curious and staying fresh as an entertainer. And another thing is just to be tough. I conquered a personal victory tonight over stage fright. I had a horrible bout of stage fright last week, and it's been haunting me all week. And I've been so afraid of this show tonight that I was going to have another bout of that. And Reba has supported me all week and kind of coached me through stage fright. So it was a big moment tonight, personally, as well.
Well, Jordan, you know what's remarkable about you as well as your sense of humor, and you conquered that stage fright tonight incredibly. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
And Jackie, what a great performance you did tonight of Sia's Alive. Carson, John, and Reba all said you nailed it. So, how are you feeling after your performance?
I'm feeling pretty victorious. I think it was, people are like, that was your best performance, which is weird because it's the one that sticks out like a sore thumb that it wasn't in my genre. So, I felt really powerful. I did the power stance like Reba asked me to, and I'm telling you, that riser was very scary. So to conquer that and to conquer my fear of heights and to conquer this song at the same time was kind of like an adrenaline rush. So I just feel so proud of myself. I couldn't ask for a better performance.
When you think back on your other performances, going back to the blinds, the battles, what are your favorite ones and why?
I really loved my blind because my daughter got to watch me, and it was a really proud moment for me to have. Oh, I miss her so much. I'm starting to cry. Just to have her there and be proud of me. But song wise, my favorite one has been The Chain. That is literally my most favorite. Even now, even singing Sia, The Chain has been my favorite song and favorite performance.
Wow. And how do you feel you've grown as an artist through all these stages of the competition?
I think branding myself, like it's like a Jackieism, it's like I've learned to really hone in on making it mine instead of doing it how everybody else wanted me to. So I think just being strong in my ideas and being respected for standing on those ideas, that has grown me as an artist. And there's been a lot of other growing pains, like having to get along with people that come from different lifestyles, and we all have learned how to support each other through this really hard time. It's very stressful to be in this, arena, basically. So we've made some very solid lifetime friends here. So I think it's a win-win-win all around.
Thank you, Jackie. And Ruby, for you as the youngest in the competition, what has it been like making it to this stage of the game for you?
So crazy, you know, because like my entire life, I think anyone that wants to do something positive is going to have somebody that's like, you're never going to do that. You'll never be able to do this. And me being here, being the youngest in the competition, you know, for Team Reba standing strong, it's kind of mind-boggling. You know, I've been with Team Reba since the beginning, and it means a lot to me that, you know, Reba has believed in me. And to be here and just coming from such a small town, like it's really quite crazy. Like I said, like being the youngest in the competition and also from like this tiny town, like who would have thought? I mean, it's like two things that you would have thought would have been against me, but you know, I'm coming out and I'm coming out strong, and I'm just doing my thing, you know. I'm working hard, and I'm taking every little bit of advice I can get from anybody, and I'm definitely using it. So it's incredible.
Well, this being Fan Week, and you open the show with a great song, Take Me Home Country Road. So tell me more about what that song means to you personally.
You know, it means a lot to me, you know, because being here in California, it's like this huge like culture shock, you know. There's just so many differences. Like there's not as many trees here as back home. And just the little things that you take for granted in everyday life. And then when you're put in this new situation, it's just like, wow, like, you know, I miss the country, you know? And like when you're there, you're just kind of like, ah, this is cool. But then when you're away from it for so long, you're like, I want to go back home. Like I want to go back and do my country lifestyle, you know, simple living. And, you know, like personally, like I connected, and it's actually funny because, you know, like I miss my family, I miss my cat, like I miss so many aspects of my home life. So when I was singing that song, I was just really connecting that with my family and just, you know, take me home to see my family. You know, it's just kind of one of those things. And I think it turned out really well. I was really happy with it. So hopefully America likes it as much as I did. And hopefully I will move on, and hopefully they'll give me their vote.
Well, Ruby, it was a spectacular way to start off tonight's show. Congratulations to all three of you women on Team Reba. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, hello, Team Legend, Lila and Matt. Good to speak with both of you again. Both of
Yes.
you were phenomenal tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Lila, you closed out the show, and you have been a favorite since the blind auditions. What has John's support and confidence in you meant to your voice journey?
It's been everything. It's been honestly a dream come true to get to work with somebody like John, and to also have somebody like John believe in me and just completely understand me and see me for who I am and what I do, and not try to change me or make me do anything different, but really just enhance my performances and my artistry with his guidance and his wisdom. It's been like, I have to say a cliche. It's like a dream come true. I just got to be honest.
Lila, many of the songs you do are decades old, like tonight's Joni Mitchell's River. What is it about the essence and emotion of these songs that you perform that most speaks to you?
I just feel like they are really focused on the music and the expression, and I feel very deeply in my heart and my soul when I hear them. That's not to say I don't feel that way about music today, but it's definitely more infrequent. It's less frequent that I feel that way. And I just kind of grew up listening to that old school kind of music, and I feel like it fits really well in my voice, and it's just my thing.
Well, Lila, I'm going to start with you, but you had the opportunity to perform with Mac and Huntley live tonight. So what was that like?
Oh my God, it was so much fun. I was so excited for this performance tonight, not only for my own song, but for our trio song. We had, at first, it was a hot mess, and then we figured it out real quick. And as soon as it came together, it was like, we couldn't stop singing it. It was like a drug. It felt so good. And to sing with these two boys who I look up to so much, and who I feel like we all have really different sounds, but we all really elevate each other. It was, once again, a dream come true.
Thank you, Lila. And Mac, what was it like for you performing with Lila and Huntley tonight?
Very different because I'm used to singing by myself. But it was so magical. Like I would have never thought to put these three specific voices together. Like I don't know who in production did that or who made the call or if the fans voted. I don't know what happened. All I know is that I'm so glad that they made that decision because I learned a lot about both Lila and Huntley's artistry, but also like having to practice and we, us being around each other more, I learned more about them as people. You know what I mean? And I really, really enjoyed this experience. It was really cool.
It was so great to watch all three of you. And Mac, you're the only R&B artist left in the competition. And then
Right.
What was it like for you to have John serenade you before you took the stage and did Love TKO?
It gave me literally everything I needed to be able to go on that stage and do what I did. John is amazing. He's also a producer, so he's very particular and he really understands music and he understands me as an artist. So this has been a crazy, amazing roller coaster of an experience, but I love it.
What has the highlights been of working with John for you?
Just him, I would say just him showing me like a different side of me and making me understand that like it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like my artistry, the way that I sing, like I don't have to be this or that. Like just give myself, like whatever my artistry is, just give that. Like he's really big on that. And it helped me to get over like the anxiety of like, what I had to be while being here. You know what I mean? Like I was just able to just be myself as an artist. And that's been the most beautiful thing about this experience.
I was just going to say it was beautiful to watch your performance tonight. I loved it. Congratulations to both of you on Team Legend,
Thank
Lila
you.
and Matt. Thank you. Hello, Bias, Team Gwen. How are you doing?
Good. How are you? Good to see you again.
You as well. Congratulations on your live performance tonight of Bless the Broken Road. How are you feeling after taking the stage and getting such an incredible response from the audience and the coaches?
It's honestly, it's an amazing dream come true. I've always heard that song, especially on the radio when I was a little kid. I remember driving to school in the mornings and it'd be playing on the radio while we're driving in, and I'd be singing, in the passenger seat. And so to be able to be on a stage like that and give it my all in America, receive it well, that's truly a dream come true.
When you think back of all your performances, starting with the blinds, going into the battles, the knockouts, the playoffs, which ones are you most proud of and why?
I think I'm proud of all of them. And the reason for that is because there's growth. There's growth from this performance to the next one and the next one. And so I think for me, I'm proud of all of them just because I've shown growth and signs of growth in each performance. But if I had to pick a favorite one, I think it may be my battle with Jackie Rohr. I think that was the most fun that I had on stage.
You guys were really fun together, and Gwen has stuck by you the whole time. Bias. She keeps saying that you're a character, but we're getting to know you better. So talk about your relationship with Gwen, what being on her team has meant to you.
It's been an amazing experience, and I know that I picked the right coach, especially now. Being the last person on Team Gwen, I know that I made the right decision. and she's really helped me in more ways than I could even imagine. And my confidence level, I'm a new artist because of her. And I've gotten to spend more time in rehearsal with her, since I am the last sole member of the team. So that's been really nice. I think she's opened up a lot because of that too. She doesn't have to worry about, 3 or 4 other people and their songs and what they're going to sing. She can just worry about mine and my rehearsal. And so that's really, really cool.
But speaking of that, though, it must have been hard to say goodbye to your teammates, because I know all of you developed such a camaraderie over your voice journey. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I was really, really good friends with pretty much everybody that was on Team Gwen. And so as you see people leave throughout the competition, it's like, man, I don't know if they really deserve to go, but it's that time. It's a competition at the end of the day. And so that's what we signed up for. And it's cool because we're able to talk about this, amongst ourselves, and we're able to talk about it as friends, not contestants. So it's really cool that we're able to have that camaraderie, and be able to talk it out like true friends would. So I think that's helped as people have left, but to see Kara and Tanner go this last round, that was tough because I really, really love them. They were awesome people. So not just great artists, but awesome people.
Well, you've told me you also love Huntley and you guys have become like brothers. So tell me a little bit more about that relationship between you two.
So when we went on break this past time, I actually drove up to Fredericksburg, Virginia, and saw my boy Huntley a couple times. And we did, I think, 4 or 5 shows together. So it was really, really cool to be able to do that outside of the show and everything like that. And, he's just a good guy. He is an all around great dude. And that's just the kind of people I like to be friends with, just genuine, honest people, people that aren't afraid to be blunt and call it like it is. And he's one of those guys, but he's a caring dude. So I love Huntley.
Well, I do too. And as we are shooting this interview, you have to wait overnight for America's vote. Is there anything that's going to get you through that? And how are you preparing for whatever happens next, Bias?
I think what's going to get me through that process is just relying on, how confident I felt tonight after walking off that stage. I have to remember how I felt when I walked off that stage. And that was that I gave it my all. I left it all out there. And that I couldn't have done anything more or anything less. And so that for me, that's all I can do. And I'm proud of that. So whatever happens tomorrow night is what's supposed to happen.
Congratulations again. It was an incredible performance and you did look very confident leaving the stage. I hope that carries with you for a long, long time.
Thank you so much, Hillary. I appreciate that so much.
Thank you, Bias.